Oh, last screen's up. Goodness gracious. I don't even know how my computer does it sometime. Give me 1 second, guys. We will get into it. Mute this. Yep. Okay, so here we are in the markets this morning. More than likely, we are is what I would call a downtrend. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys, just the week. Obviously, I was kind of hinting going on it a little bit yesterday. Didn't know if it was gonna come. Obviously, it did. But we do have a huge rejection candle. See this long wick, all that rejection. In a nutshell, I know that it could reverse. This could just be a mean pullback, and I feel like it is. Honestly, we're still on the uptrend. We haven't seen anything to break some substantial support. So technically we are still in an uptrend, but over these next few weeks, we got to understand. We jumped up over these past 3 weeks from 2770. We were up to 2900. You know what I'm saying, in a matter of 2 weeks. So we're kind of just recovering from that bubble, and that goes across all gold markets. If you want to, I mean, I feel like gold versus Australian dollar had an even bigger season. I know their pips are counted a little bit differently, but nonetheless, the whole fact that we've been on a bubble, we've been on a riding on a high. So not saying the good times are gone, but I will say so far as buy trades, there'll probably be a lot less over these next few weeks. So if you are placing trades with us in our trading group, please make sure that you keep that in mind, and use the signals that you get. You got me. Don't waste the signal. At least put it in your demo account just to see how it runs. You got me. Just to see how it runs. If you don't do anything else, you got me. You got to get used to practicing. You got to get used to putting up shots. And if you got to start off with a layup, shoot. If you got to start off with a layup on the toddler rim, you know what I'm saying, on a little tight rim. That's where you got to start. That's where you got to start. So just understand this is a disciplined brick by brick movement that you need to be taking in when you're looking at these markets. And I just want to give you guys that piece of psychology uplift for the day. It's really pertinent that building up that discipline, getting into these markets every day. Even if you don't trade, look at the markets every day. Even if it's 15 minutes, just start building that habit. And what that will do for you is you'll see how often opportunities arise in the market, right? And then it'll make you see where you could be plugging in at. You see what I'm saying? Because if you have 15 minutes to look at the market, you got 15 minutes to make a trade. You got me? And that's how I started my whole career. It wasn't always the fact that I had time to trade. So, that's just one of the things I want you guys to take in heed as we go through these charts. But I'm looking for some opportunities. It looks like we do have a bullish gold versus Australian dollar. Let's see where they are at with it. See if I can get you guys a signal today. Clear this off. So obviously, I had this line drawn. I don't know when I drew. I did not. I want to say maybe that was 2, 3 weeks ago. So that this was on an unprecedented high. Like I said, I didn't want to say anything about me like predicting where it would go, but it didn't go too much further than where it was at. And obviously, I'm not a rocket scientist, so there's science to this, at least to some extent. That I'm not going to take full credit for saying that was where the support was, but yeah, that's where we're at with it. But nonetheless, had that rejection, came down here where we are now currently, 46.24, all the way down from 46.93. All the markets have taken a hit, but it doesn't mean that they're on a downtrend, right? So if we're looking for that, we're on the week right now. Let me squeeze these together a little better. I didn't want to start with gold versus US dollar right now. I'm still trying to figure out what they what they got going on. I'm gonna give them some time to cook up. I don't know if you guys heard my alarm. My alarm just went off. So switch that one was. Oh, that's for Bitcoin. I'm not sure. Well, yeah. Wow. Yep. I definitely called that yesterday. Bitcoin at 90,000. So that would definitely be the time to get in for a buy. We'll see how much more it drops. Obviously, Bitcoin was heavily inflated too. So I want to see how much everybody's liquidating right now. Everybody is liquidating right now. Everybody's getting their money at the market. Everybody made their move back when gold, Bitcoin was at 60,000. Shout out to y'all. But anyways, tapping back in with the gold markets. I just want to see what that alarm was. This out of here. All right. So go ahead and get this trend line in here. Oh, hold on. Zoom tools in the way. What we got going on here? So clearly we have a lot of room before we can even consider this a downtrend. I mean, just for the simple fact that, gold is definitely an appreciating asset, always has been, always will be. So, I mean, we're still going to be on the safe side of things, but this is technically where we get that discount. When I talk about 3 to 5%, everybody who is looking at it from a monthly time frame, this is where I'm sure some levels will draw up to you. So I'm actually going to go take it to the month and see what happens and see where we're at with it. Because if you look at the month, we're what 12, yep, 12 days in. All right. And we're still on a bullish uptrend. You see what I'm saying? So I wouldn't call this a downtrend. I would call this a pullback, a retracement, a discount. All right. So if I had to call it, let's see. Because whenever we go to intermediate bull or bearish interaction with the market, whenever we do anything like that, I always try to look at the bigger picture, like how far could it go down, right? That's something you clearly want to know. So I'll give a weekly scalp here when it falls down on a level that you can break it down. I'm gonna do one of these for each. Boom, monthly for you guys. Because just so you guys know, we teach classes 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we do have class tonight. And I'm going to go ahead and go over a little bit more indicators tonight. But also I'm going to show you guys a trading plan that will help you guys excel. It's a trading plan I've been working on for quite some time now. So, I'm excited to roll it out. And in a nutshell, ideally, it sets you guys free on a lot of different levels. Get rid of this. But give me 1 second. Not in a rush to get in the markets today, as you can see. But what I will tell you is that I'm being patient to find a area that we can find a solid trade. And I got my other charts up right now. So I'm just kind of keeping an eye on a few different things as I get this done. So hopefully we can find a trade. Obviously, we're not taking anything on a month on from watching a live trading session. You definitely don't want to do that, but clearly we are overbought on a lot of different levels. Still, if you look at if you're looking at the monthly, and gold shot up, goodness gracious. So all that rejection, that was probably a move we could have made right there. I'm not gonna say that gold is we'll see what it does around here. I'm gonna rate on a retracement to about half this candle, 28.88. If we can get back to 28.88, because from this type of rejection that just happened, that's crazy. That is crazy. So hit a major support level. I don't know which line this was I was drawing, but I had a line drawn at 28.61. It didn't quite get there. Let me extend this on array. Just keep that going because I want to notate that. Because I guarantee you in a few weeks, gold could revisit here. If it's not gonna be, it's gonna retest sooner or later. So we'll just call that something continuous. All right, so if we can get about to 28.89, I'm gonna go ahead and enter on a entry position now, just to hold this position. Test position. Test position. Give me 1 second. So, and then I'll call that trade here in a second. But if you can get in right now, I would try to write it up. I do believe just because it's 9 o'clock, 9:30-ish, we're probably still gonna be headed that way. And it looks like we might be headed back to 2,900. I didn't know it was gonna happen today. No one ever knows, so don't feel like you have to predict the market. Like I said, now that we know that the market still has that type of bullish momentum, we can get in on a discount. You got me? So obviously I'm gonna set a trade now, right? And then I'm gonna set trades once we get around that 28.88 area, if we can at least get a pullback there. And the other reason I'm saying that is because if you look right here, there's kind of some rejection here and there's some rejection here as well. I guess we can kind of draw that as a line through this supported area. I'm gonna set an alarm just in case, because either way, the thing is, this could just be indecision, and this could be a pullback. Like I said, gold is a bullish. It's bullish right now, regardless. So don't ever think the bulls are completely gone. Obviously, if we are on a downtrend, it's still gonna go up and hit support and then head back down. So this still might be an opportunity to sell right here, actually. So just let me hold tight. Hold tight. If we don't break past this area right here, it's not gonna go. So we'll see how much it respects this area. And then that will let us know if we need to be getting in for this 28.89 trade. Some people like to trade off this first candle as soon as they see it close like that. Some people are trading right off of that, and it's not a bad idea. I mean, if you did do that 28.85 and you got up to 29.93, your whole goal when you're getting in the market today, go for 20 pips. Go for 20 pips. And I'm gonna show you guys why tonight, but just remember to always go for 20 pips. So if you got your 28.84 to your 28.93, that's almost 10 pips. And obviously we just hit 10 pips right here. But let's say you did get that gap and then you're out the market for the day. You got me? So some people trade these. If you're looking for a long-term trade, that was definitely a scalp that we missed. I'll say it like that. I'm taking that one on the chin. We missed this scalp right here. Can't catch them all. But they're not like Pokemon or anything. There's more to come, but nonetheless, this was definitely a scalp. If I was looking at that market, I would have went and see. And I'm pretty sure they're all going to do it. Yep. Gold versus Australian dollar might be leading the way. I want to see if any of them are going to go above and beyond their resistance areas, and then that will dictate whether we need to be looking for a buy or a sell, because it's just could literally just be a pullback on a downtrend. So if you look at it, right? We could be ranging right now, and the fact that if we don't see like another big bump, it's about to be 9:30, so we should be seeing another big bump upward. That's why I am setting test positions. But ideally, the best what's name would have been to get right here. So those test positions should be small, just for a sliver of your account. That way you can take advantage of the growth. Worst case scenario, when it goes into take profit, you want to set your take profit to a stop loss. All right, a stop profit, from stop loss to stop profit. As soon as you see that you're up in your trade, you not get into one. You get it up on a test position. You don't want to lose money on a test position. So once you're up and it went that way, of course you want to try to secure profits. Or if you feel like it hit rejection somewhere, get out of the trade. But outside of that, let it run if it's going to go. So yeah. So this could be a pullback. The market, we call this whipsawing. No telling what happened in London session last night to have all these last minute buy trades put in. Obviously, these could have been after the market closed. And now that market opens, that could have been what this rejection is. So price could actually still be heading down this way. So don't get it. And this is all the people who just bought into believing that all the people that I said, hey, buy in on this candle, this could be those people. And That's what this looks like right here. So when I talk about looking at the emotional state of the market, that's the type of stuff you want to look at. So don't feel like you missed an opportunity when you know for a fact if it's a true opportunity, it's going to be there. You're not going to really miss the opportunity. If the market just takes right here, trust me, it's going to come down here, and then you can ride it back up. You got me. It's going to come down again. You can ride it back up. You got me. So just understand that could happen. But what I'm looking at right now is a short-term intermittent downtrend. So I'm gonna stick to what the charts are saying. Forget how you feel. I'm gonna stick to what the charts are saying. All right. Thin line, trend line. So we can break past what happened. What just happened? Break past and close above. I guess this is on the 1 hour. So if we can get this to close above, then obviously we might be headed back in an uptrend. But if not, if it's anything outside of that and it starts to reject on this candle, starts to head this way, then we are clearly in a downtrend. This is a small pullback, and we are actually in a actual downtrend because that's what it's looking like right now. I mean, you guys see these are hours and hours of just downtrend movement. So you just gotta understand how to trade in downtrend. That was a signal. The good thing about bullish markets is you can still get caught up on these bursts. It's a gift and a curse because if you don't know how to trade these, right? Like let's say you had a buy limit set right here, you would have took this drawdown right here, and then you probably would have got out already right here. That would have been the ideal trade to do. But how would you have known that this candle was going to happen? You got me? So therefore, you want to wait after you get confirmation, after you see a signal. It's not to say jump in the market on the next turn because that's how you get whipsawed. It'll be a pullback and then it'll just tank on you. Not saying that that's what it's going to do, but that's what could happen. I'm waiting on this 10 o'clock hour, if anything. But nonetheless, I will send out a signal if I feel one is worthy. But I'm going to go ahead and say currently that if we can get this to close above, then I'll go ahead and release a signal. If not, then we'll be looking for a sell, I guess, or we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to look at these other markets as well. I know that gold is doing this on all levels right now at this point, so we need to see some closing above, like above this. We need to see some closing in this area for this market for gold versus euro. I'm not even gonna cover the other three because we can't even trade those. So I'm focused on Lions Wall Street Trading School right now. If you do want me to look at the other gold markets for you, leave it in the comment section, and we can probably go from there. But in all honesty, I'm trying to look out for my students right now so they can make some money. So that's where we're at with it. Gold versus USD, gold versus Australian dollar, and gold versus euro are the only pairs that we can trade with the broker that we are currently using. So if you need more details, all you got to do is reach out, lionswallstreet.com. I will help you set up your account. I will help you trade. I will help you get to the sauce. All right, get to the money. All right. Nonetheless, still really feeling like this is a downtrend. We got a few levels to confirm. It's 9 o'clock. It's still early. I would say around 10:30. I should probably have a signal out to you guys, but that's just if I feel like there's a confirmation. I don't want to get you guys involved in anything that's not going to be solid. So that's what I'm saying. When you do have a good trading signal, obviously you can still make money clearly. But if you're talking about trading pattern, if it's not matching my trading plan, then I'm not going for the trade. You got me? I need to see what I need to see to get into the market. And I feel like that's one of the things that, everybody's going to dictate that for yourself. But I'm basically here as a bridge to let you know what I believe is going to go down in the market. Because obviously, we got some room to go up. But when I'm giving you this information, you can use it as you feel. I'm not stopping anybody from getting into a trade. But I will tell you that nonetheless, like, yeah, we're going to have some bullish momentum. But ultimately, unless this candle closes over the resistance area and this downtrend section right here, and I need to see it close over, and then we can go from there. But honestly, signals looking good on gold versus euro. This is really what I'll be looking for. So hopefully this isn't a pullback candle. And next candle, I guess we should be getting in. That's as safe as I can make it for the team. That's a pretty safe trade, even if it does pull back, which it will. Hopefully it's minimal drawdown because we are back in an uptrend, and makes sense. It's about to be 9:30, so a lot of buy trades should be going in. Like I said, if you open up those test positions, you'll still be able to profit from this. But nonetheless, I'm not going to give a full blown signal out for you guys right now. So that test positioning for gold would have been at 28.92 area for gold versus Australian dollar. Two screens open, getting a little choppy on you guys. I wasn't saying anything. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you. You got a comment in the chat.
Okay, cool. Give me 1 second. Appreciate that. I don't see gold on my liquid charts. How do I add it? Don't know if this is a class for that. If not, that's fine. Yep. So yeah, this is mainly live trading, but just to let you know, you would just go to the pair that is in your trading window and just type in the pair that you need. You got me? But yeah, that'd be for class tonight. You can give me a call after this session. I'm about to hop off here in a minute. But nonetheless, I just wanted to get you guys my insight on the markets today. Give me 1 second, go back and share my screen because I'm gonna go cover gold versus euro a little bit more in depth. Here we go. So yep, so gold versus Australian dollar. Obviously, there's some room there. Gold versus US dollar. I'm always glad when I set a test position, but here's how you want to rock these test positions. You get in for the test position and hope that you get that immediate growth. However, if it is a pullback, don't be as scared to just take that growth. You got me? It could head up, but we're here for scalps on this at this point, right? So that test position, if that's a 0.01 for you, then obviously you're getting $3-4. But if that's your test position is 0.05 or 0.10, now you're talking $20-30 per scalp. You got me? So just understand that part of it. When I go for bigger positions, it's because I have a discount because the market came up, pulled all the way back to supported level, and now I have a base ground on where to get in, and then that makes me feel comfortable on a level where I know I can just walk away from the trade, and I know it's going to at least come back up here because it was just there, so it has to retest. You got me? And that's the whole methodology of how to get in and get out. But once I start seeing resistance and all that, and it takes too long to break through barriers, you want to go with the wave. You got me? So if the wave is over, the wave is over. You got me? But nonetheless, I'm gonna hop off here. I gotta go ahead and get into my day. But if I had to call it, wait to this candle. I'll try to send out a signal around 10:30, but wait till this candle is gonna close. So that's gonna be 10 o'clock to actually base a longer term or a bigger term trade. If you're looking to hold something for the day, I'm expecting it. If we keep this bullish momentum and head that direction, it could probably go back all the way up to 29.10. Before it hits any real momentum. But breaking through that 2900 area, that's going to be tough because it didn't do it the last time. We had a lower low last night. So something to think about for gold, US dollar, 29.90. I'm sorry, 29.10 is where that could be going for gold versus Australian dollar. Got this last high of 46.92. But in all honesty, I had that line drawn here for a reason. So 46.77 for gold versus euro. We got a high of 28.57. We're at 27.98. Still, down trending, so like, in all honesty, like, goodness gracious. I had an alarm set at 28.13. So I mean, you have room to go up. I will say that if you're in for the trade and you want to hold it 28.13, you could. But in all honesty, I'm waiting on a pullback within this candle or in the next candle so that I can get in on a solid trade. So that's where I'm at with it. Test position rocking, but nonetheless, we're in there, all right. But I appreciate you guys. If you guys need anything from me, let me know. And with everything that's going on, just reach out during the day. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Outside of that, I appreciate you guys. Lions Wall Street, signing off. Appreciate you.